Steve Byers.
Here.
Ariel Owens.
Present.
Christopher Boyes.
Here.
Stacy Ramirez.
Present.
Anna Tate Bynum. Here. Jenna Zimmerman.
Here.
All right, the next thing is public comment. Public comment of members of the public who wish to speak to the board shall complete a request card prior to the start of the meeting. This section of the meeting will be reserved for comments from the public. All comments should be limited to 3 minutes. Criticism of individuals is not in order. Do we have any comments? Okay, thank you. All right, board correspondence.
I went to the Latino Heritage Night at Little John on last Friday. Very nice. It was a lot of fun. I walked around. They probably all were staring at me like, what is this lady just walking around? But no, I scoped out. Saw Billy there. Chris went. He sat after I already
I got a
left.
gordita.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was very nice. Yeah, it was a good time. A lot of stuff to do, a lot of families there, even with the bad weather it was raining really bad Friday night, so. And then I also, a week ago Saturday, there was a band competition here at the high school, and I attended that, and that was really good, so. DeKalb did really, they had a great performance, so I enjoyed that.
Chris?
Amanda kind of made my comments for me.
Chris attended a lot of those events as well. I also had a DCTA meeting since we last met, and we also had I attended a social justice committee meeting as well, and everything went great. There's a lot of initiatives going on, a lot of things that will be coming forward to the board, so it's definitely an exciting time for the district. So thank you for the invitation to participate in those committees.
I went over to Founders one day and checked out the dual language program, which I thought was really encouraging. The coolest part I thought was that a lot of the language learning was happening socially, so kids could talk to each other and get to know each other and use both languages, which was awesome. And then this morning I was over at Clinton Rosette Middle School, went around to almost every classroom-ish. And got to see a lot of good stuff happening. Still some behavior concerns, just students who had a lot of energy and they need to channel that hopefully in productive ways. But I think there's a lot of things happening that are helping that out, so it's good.
Jenna, or Ari, would you like to add anything?
No, I don't have any updates this time. Thank you, though.
No problem. And Jenna, would you like to share anything?
We, the mini board at DHS, had our first meeting last Friday, so that was exciting.
That's exciting.
During this, we just discussed just basically what we're doing, and then we came up with some positives and negatives as well that we, just some basic things that we noticed. So we noticed that the IDs and safety stuff, that's been going really well. I've heard some good positive feedback on the PSAT on the computers, so that's good as well. And then the traffic in the halls this year is more controlled. And then one major thing that we come to agreement about is the absence of flex and how it's hard for students to get that extra study time with the teachers. So we know that it was not put in this year, mostly because of behavior issues, or that's what we were been told. So we were thinking maybe during the middle of the day, we could, that would maybe solve the attendance issues during the flex hour.
Flex.
Thank you.
Looking in the back there, Billy's and Sarah. Thank you for that feedback.
Stacy. Ari's raised her hand.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Ari?
Hi, I'm so sorry. I know I said I didn't have an update, but I totally forgot. I did see Jenna last week at that first meeting, and I just wanted to give her a huge shout out because I was expecting to walk into a room with, maybe 1 or 2 students, and it was like a whole boardroom full of students. So
Awesome.
incredible. So shout out to Jenna. Great work.
Good job. And I know that board member Andre is not here, but he attended the social justice committee meeting with me as well. So just wanted to put his business out there. All right. And with that said, we're moving on to consent agenda. Let me see.
I would like to seek a consensus on the consent agenda to go into item B, approval of personal action items, and go under the section for stipends, I would like to remove those from the consent agenda and make them their own line item to vote on this evening.
Okay, Jackie, so we would just make a motion to remove the item B. Or is everybody in agreement with that? Do we have consensus to that, to do that?
Yes.
Yes,
Not all of B, just the specific stipends
Stipends.
portion.
the 7 stipends.
Oh, not the differential, you're talking about the second one, the personnel final?
Yeah, so
Final
specifically,
October.
not all of it, I would only like to,
I think you have to pull the personnel, you cannot pull one item off the personnel, I think you have to just vote the personnel report separate, not an item off the personnel report. So you can't pull specifically just the stipend off.
So we would have to pull the whole item B
You
out
have to
of
pull the whole item, instead of differential, you have to pull the personnel items out of consent agenda and vote on personnel, the whole file separate.
so we would have to deny all payments under that section too.
Well, whatever the votes are.
the consensus, but then we do that, then we wouldn't be. It's due to
Separate
time
items. So
sensitivity.
you would be pulling B out, right, and you would be voting on C
Yes.
through H, and then you would be voting on item B
By itself.
by itself, not a specific item on B.
I will withdraw my request for that.
Have to pull B.
Okay.
That's what it is. Okay, Deidre's gonna explain. Go ahead.
So B does have to be pulled as its own item. And then when voting on B, you can say what parts you want to exclude for not voting or for separate voting. But it just has to be excluded from the full list.
Okay, then I would like to seek consent from the board to remove item B and make it its own line item to vote on.
Okay, is there a motion for that?
Consensus.
Consensus to do that?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay,
motion.
is there a motion? Can now, let's make a motion then to remove item B and to move it to vote on it by itself.
So moved.
Second,
Roll call, Jackie?
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum. Yes. Amanda Harness,
yes.
Steve Byers.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, moving on with the other items in consent agenda, it is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve consent items A, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Do we have consensus?
Yeah.
Motion.
Is there a motion?
Oh,
I apologize. I'm
Second.
looking at. Roll call, Jackie.
Steve
Please.
Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum. Yes. Amanda Harness.
Yes.
All right. So then, now we move on to Jackie by itself, correct?
Correct, well, someone's gotta make a motion to
To add it again?
or to pull that specific item out of B.
Alright, so I would like to motion from item B to remove stipends
Off the personal agenda.
off the personnel agenda.
Do we have consensus to do that? Or is there a reason why we're trying to do that?
So the reason that I would like to remove that item is we have had a considerable amount of community input that has come in since we added that. I think that it would be incumbent upon the board to take a little more time to look into the issue before we have a final vote on it.
Do we have consensus to do
Well
this?
said.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so let's motion it then to remove the item. Do we then at that point remove item B?
Yeah, so you can just remove it and then you're voting
Just for the
for
first
just
one?
ever, yes,
Which is the
minus the
differentials.
stipend part, correct.
Okay.
Okay, all right, it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda item B without the personnel agenda, item.
Stipend.
Stipend. Is there,
So moved.
Second,
roll call,
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness,
yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. With that said, moving on to old business, which is item A. It's an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel for Mr. Peter Goff to attend the National Athletic Directors Conference on December 16th through December 19th, 2023. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Sante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Steve Byers.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, item B is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel for Mr. Ben Bayo to attend the COSN National Conference on April 8th through April 10th. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Sante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens.
Yes.
Item C is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel to Wisconsin Dells in Wisconsin for Tammy Carson and Jeff Porter to attend the WASPO Master Facility Conference on October 2023. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Who second? Amanda?
did.
Amanda.
Okay, Amanda. Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Sante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes.
Yes.
All right, item D, it is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the request 1.0 FTE allocation for a paralegal. Is there a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Sante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez.
Yes. Item E is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the request to bid food service contract. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Sante Bynum.
Yes.
Okay, item F is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the Varsity STEAM Team MOU with NIU. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Sante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
All right, thank you, everyone. Now, moving forward with the future elementary school business. Item A, this is an information action item.
Correct,
Be
so,
brought to us by Mr. Amir Doka.
yeah, thank you. So, back at the September 19 board meeting, the board approved the original parameters of the resolution. However, we want to just make one change for this resolution due to current market changes. We want to increase the range of the maximum borrowing rate of the debt certificates. And we want to just note that the amount of the debt certificate, the longevity, and most of the parameters are staying the same, but we just want to expand the range of the interest rates due to the market conditions right now. So our financial advisor and our underwriter, Liz Hennessy from Raymond James, will kind of give a little bit overview what does that mean for the district and what this new parameter is. So I'll have her come in. Yep.
So, since we passed the resolution, parameters resolution for the issue of the lease certificates, interest rates have been going up. It's been a bit of a rocky market. The Fed did not raise interest rates right after your meeting in September, but the market suddenly realized that interest rates are not coming down. We are not going into a recession. To back that up, we had some strong indicators on CPI, and this morning we had retail sales. The war in the Middle East is also complicating all of this. So interest rates have come up over 50 basis points, that's 0.5%. So we would like to adjust the maximum parameter of maximum coupon in the bond resolution from 5% to 5.5%. Now that maximum coupon does not mean that's the interest rate you're paying. A couple weeks ago when we were going through the rating presentation, we're at about 4.65%. With these increases in the market,
The district's all-in cost is gonna be right about 5.8% based on interest rates today. But we do need that maximum coupon level, cause that is, what buyers use to sell the bonds, even though the yield is lower, that creates a bond premium. So, happy to answer any other questions about it, but bottom line, interest rates have gone up and we need to expand the parameter a bit in the resolution.
This does not change the exceed amount that we had already agreed on, right, in regards to like the,
It does not.
okay. Any other questions? No? Thank you.
Your roll call for approval.
Yes, oh yes, and this is, again, and this is due to time sensitivity, right? We don't want the rates to continue to.
Yeah, and actually, I believe they're going to the market tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday,
We
sorry.
mailed the offering document to investors today, but yeah, for next Tuesday, the 23rd.
Okay, and due to time sensitivity, then it is recommended that we do this as an information action item. So, it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the below resolution amending a resolution providing for the issue of not to exceed 35 million debt certificates of community unit, school district number 428, DeKalb County, Illinois. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez.
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Thank you. And then the next item is item B. This is also an information action item brought to us by Mr. Amir Doka.
Yep, thank you. So this is regarding the new elementary school building. We did get approval for the lease to purchase agreement at the July 18 board meeting. Since then, we've been working hard, and Tammy has been going through getting city and county officials to obtain governmental approvals, look at making environmental test studies and other examinations. So by receiving all zoning permits from the City Council and the Planning Zoning Commission, along with the city engineers, we have finished our due diligence, and the district can now move to secure the location and occupy it. So we're just coming to the board, since we finished our due diligence a little earlier, we're looking to waive that due diligence period and just move forward to securing the location. And in that way, it kind of gives us more, by securing the location, then the financing and the bids can go unhindered, so.
Any questions about that? All right. Again, it is an information action item due to time sensitivity, and with the item that we just approved, it is recommended that the Board of Education approve to waive the due diligence period of the lease to purchase agreement of the NIU School of Nursing building. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Steve Byers.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we are moving on to new business. Before we do, we move on to new business, I would like to motion to pull item L.
So moved, or second?
Second.
You motion, I second.
Jackie, roll call, please.
Here, hold on, I can Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyes,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
All right, okay, so item A, moving on to new business, item A, is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the expulsion of banks agreement for student number 1017238 as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Christopher Boyes,
No.
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
No.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens.
Yes.
Okay, item B, new business, is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the expulsion of bands agreement for student number 1017223B as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum.
Yes.
Okay. Item C, it is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the expulsion of bans agreement for student number 101723C as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Steve Byers,
No.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Okay. Item D is an action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the expulsion for student 101723D as presented. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Roll call?
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Okay. Item E, it is, let's see, information action item that is, being brought forth by Mr. Peter Gall.
She bamboozled me again. This action item is for our girls softball staff to attend the national convention in Louisville, Kentucky. There's 2 of them that are going, and in your board packet, these are the only cheaters I could find in my car. A lot of professional development, networking opportunities will help grow, attend sessions on mental health of athletes, mechanics and pitching, throwing and hitting, practice planning, drills, and more. And the fee will be covered, I will take care of it through our athletic vending, take that, and then the hotel would travel, and then they're gonna drive themselves, they'll only need 1 hotel room for a couple days, due to the fact that they're going together. So it's a great opportunity to learn, and, I always say, always, you can learn something new all the time, and that's what she wants to do. Getting those numbers up in the softball program, bringing back new things, from a national convention could be very beneficial.
Where is the convention?
It's in Louisville,
Oh.
home of Louisville Slugger.
And is it due to time sensitivity that the dates being that they're in December that we're seeking to do this and it's an information action item?
Yeah, I think we're good on that.
All right, so, thank you for the information. It is it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state, travel for Haley Albamonte and Selena, I'm about to butcher, is it Quitter? Quitter? I apologize, thank you. To attend the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association National Convention that is taking place December 6th through the 9th, 2023. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness.
Yes.
Steve Byers.
Yes.
Awesome. Item F, which is DHS Student Council Winter Retreat, is an overnight trip being brought to us by Dr. Donna Larson.
I'm gonna stand in for Donna, she had a conflict tonight.
Okay.
The student council goes annually for a winter retreat, and they'll be going to Chicago December 2nd and 3rd. No classes will be missed, and the funds will be covered by student council. The retreat allows the students to discuss future ideas, team planning, building activities, celebrate the successes from first semester and overall reflection. They'll leave the train station Saturday morning and return on Sunday afternoon. There will be approximately 13 students and 2 student council advisors joining them.
Any questions?
No.
Thank you.
Consensus, thank you, consensus to bring this back?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so item G is out-of-state travel to the AASA conference. This is an information action item being brought to us by Dr. Minerva Garcia Sanchez.
I should. This will be my first time.
Fancy.
Good evening.
The AASA conference is a national conference for superintendents, so this is a gathering that occurs in February, once a year, in which all superintendents and superintendent coaching staff come together to put on professional development workshops and seminars for us, the superintendents. I'm asking for permission to attend. The reason that it's an information action is due to the sake that is in February. We wanna make sure we get good airfare and hotel, and so that we can register early and get early bird prices. So we're bringing it forth tonight to you for approval.
Awesome, thank you. Any questions? No, okay. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel for Dr. Garcia Sanchez to attend the National AASA Conference from February 14th through the 17th, 2024. Is there a motion?
I just have a quick question.
Yeah.
Real quick. Do we have an estimated financial on this?
Do we have
We didn't really check it flights yet.
But is there any type of fee to attend the conference?
There is a registration fee, and then there's hotel and airline fees.
Okay. Can you just throw out a rough estimate?
I feel it was 900 and something combined for the hotel and the conference.
Okay. So we're
Give or
looking
take.
at
If I'm wrong, I'll email you guys, but I'm
2,500?
Guys,
That would probably be
That's
excessive.
above.
Yeah, 2,000,
yeah.
1,500, 1,600. Okay, just a rough estimate. You know, it could have been $5,000 to attend. You know what I mean?
It's
Just so that,
probably, it's between
Yeah.
$1,500 and $1,800.
perfect.
Thank you for asking
you.
that, Amanda.
Thank you.
Did I already say the motion?
You were about to.
Let me repeat it again. No, it's okay, Amanda. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel for Dr. Garcia Sanchez to attend the National AASA Conference, that it will be taking place from February 14th through the 17th, 2024. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Stacy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, item H, out-of-state travel, courageous principles, Dr. Minerva Garcia Sanchez.
Okay.
You can sit there, it's fine.
This is exciting news. As Courageous Principles 2 is generally only for principals and superintendents. I request, upon exiting Courageous Principles 2 this past month that we were there with our principals, I requested and and advocated for assistant principals to be able to attend. Deloitte University has now agreed to allow assistant principals across the country to be able to attend. So they have invited us as the inaugural unit to be able to come out and also provide us for our scholarship that we get for that. And then we pay a portion of that and of course our airfare. So we are going to be asking now, again, due to the fact that it's in February, we wanna make sure that we get good airfare prices, that we allow for all of our assistant principals to be able to attend and our deans. So again, that would be February 9th, 10th, and 11th, 2024.
Are we sending them in groups, or are we sending like every assistant principal and dean in the district all out at once?
Yes, sir, that's what we're doing.
They're only out on a Friday, right?
It's a Friday.
Yeah, it's not like it goes over the weekend. So they leave on a Friday.
Saturday, Sunday.
Right. So it's just, they're only missing that Friday.
Yeah, and I will say Cabinet has already said that they would support any building that required assistance while they're gone.
And I've heard great feedback from the principals that attended Courageous Principles. Well, I myself attended Courageous Principles last year, and it was an amazing 3-day weekend regarding, professional development and ideas that we can bring back to the buildings and just to the district. So I'm excited to see what APs are able to experience in the deans with that.
I will say our principals are so excited, they're willing to help Deloitte University prepare a Courageous Principal 3.0.
Oh, wow.
So if that happens, it'll be because of DeKalb.
And of course, we're also grateful for the scholarship money that they also provide us with, so thank you for advocating for that.
Thank you.
All right, so again, due to time sensitivity, this is an information action item. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the out-of-state travel for administration to attend the Courageous Principal Professional Development in Dallas, Texas at the Deloitte campus from February 9 through February 11, 2024. Do we have, is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Daisy Ramirez,
Yes.
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, the next item is item I, which is disposal of surplus equipment, Ms. Tammy Carson. This is an information action item as well.
Thank you. What I'm bringing forth tonight is just a request for approval to dispose of our surplus equipment in the district. In our department, we have collected quite a bit of equipment in the past years. We've come forth before just on smaller items like furniture and that, but this includes various custodial grounds and maintenance equipment that we have accumulated over the years in our storage. We've used as many parts as we possibly can out of this. That's why we typically keep it. We have had a couple of accidents this year, not caused by our staff members, but we're looking to just kind of get rid of as much as we can. The best way we can do this and still meet code is that we do a closed sealed bid. Put everything out there in a closed sealed bid, give people the opportunity to do a site visit of the equipment so they can check it out. They would put a bid in as is. We open for each and every single item that's on this list. And then the lowest bid, or I'm sorry, the highest bid would be the one that is accepted. If an item is not bid on, then we would look to scrap it if there's a way to recover funds through scrapping it or proper disposal.
Okay. And this is also something that we do yearly, right? So
Typically, it
this is
comes in
just right-
various action at one time.
Right.
When we come forward is why for this one is.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make sure that we pointed that out for transparency. Cool. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the administration to dispose of the surplus equipment through the closed seal bid process. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Dante Bynum,
Yes.
Amanda Harness,
Yes.
Steve Byers,
Yes.
Ariel Owens,
Yes.
Christopher Boyce,
Yes.
Daisy Ramirez.
Yes. All right, item J, revision to school board policy number 4.0460, Mr. Amir Doka.
Yeah, thank you. So
It's
we're
an
coming to
information
the
item.
board, it's information to be approved for the next board meeting. So we're coming to the board to update policy 460. This is regarding purchases, bids, and contracts. We worked and reviewed it with our attorney, and we want to update it with current practices, new laws, and kind of reflect a little bit a better alignment. So effective January 1, the threshold for competitive bids is going up by 10,000 from 25K to 35K, so that one is reflected. Additionally, we wanted to codify our policy for the $10,000 thresholds for bids, that all contracts and bids should be reviewed by our legal attorney, and also to provide 3 quotes.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Consensus to bring this back?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, and then our last item, which is under the, obviously, the new business, item K, DeKalb High School course revision for grade civilization 1 and 2, Ms. Sarah Montgomery and Ms. Elizabeth Zimmerman? No. Oh, no? No?
Good evening. No, it's me, Sarah Montgomery and Sabrina Mueller, teacher from the high school. Feel free to come join me, Miss
I
Mueller.
apologize, I was just reading off of the agenda, I
That's okay.
apologize.
We're really excited to bring this course change to the board and the community tonight. Changing our world civilizations 1 and 2 to great civilizations 1 and 2 to really have a balance of not so much a focus of Eurocentric history, but bringing in other cultures as well is a very important shift. So I'll let Ms. Mueller take it over. We work collaboratively with the high school and Ms. Zimmerman, who you read off the agenda.
Okay,
And it's up there.
alright, perfect. So I currently teach Western Civilizations 1 and 2, which currently focuses, as Ms. Montgomery said, focus on Eurocentric history. Western Civ 1 would not need a huge change because we actually do focus on the birth of civilization and some of those early civilizations. But more second semester would need a little bit more of an overhaul because it's purely just European history. And I would kind of base it on some of the things that we are already, the same skills that we're already using, some of the same ideas that we are going over in our classes, but just kind of making it more of a global focus than just a Eurocentric one. Western Civ 1 and 2 are currently each 1 semester. They don't necessarily have to build off one another, although some students do take both. Some students take one, and you can take just second semester and just first semester. And then we would just kind of truncate some of the existing content. For example, first semester, one thing that I noticed that's missing is we talk about Egypt and Mesopotamia, and then we jump to Greece, but we forget the Indus River Valley and ancient China. So I think that's something that they're flourishing too, to go back and focus on. But also then second semester, it's mostly all European history, and so we would go back to looking at more of what's happening. Yes, we'd hit Europe, but what's happening with some of the areas around Europe. So with like, I think that's maybe even my next slide. So maybe I'm talking too much. So again, Great Civilizations 1. So I'd say Mesopotamia, Egypt would be my first goal. We would introduce what is a civilization like we currently do. I would add in ancient China and India, ancient Greece and Rome, and then I want to take the focus to the rise of Islam, which is currently in my Middle Ages unit. However, I want to focus more on that and the rise of the Muslim Empire. And then looking at second semester, we would introduce Europe, kind of that Middle Ages, Renaissance, Age of Exploration. It is a good tie over from first semester in that you have the Crusades that kind of overlaps the Muslim Empire and the rise of Europe. Then you could also take it over to the Americas with the Aztecs, Incas, and Mayas. And then also bring it back to the kingdoms of Africa specifically. I think right now I'm thinking about Ghana and Mali Empire, who also had wide trade, were very successful in this region. Feudal China and Japan, so bringing it back over to Asia, and then ending with Europe again. Specifically, I think focusing on the Industrial Revolution and imperialism, kind of tying all those communities together and what's happening there. Maybe World War I, we'll see if we can get that far. We do now, but I don't know if else. It is minimal cost. Right now I'm the only teacher teaching Western Civ. We've had other teachers in the past that have picked up a section or two, but mostly it's me. It's the same textbook. It is a world history book. So we would just look at some of the chapters that we've historically skipped over for Western Civ. And I think the only cost we said was just to give me some curriculum prep hours so that I could do this over the summer. Questions?
Sounds great.
Yeah, the only question I would have, just for their continued education within the history department. I know some schools and districts are starting to add, cause I know when I was at high school, we only had AP Euro. Are we looking to add AP, African history classes and things like that? Cause at least when I was there, it just made sense to do Western Civ because then that led right into AP Euro.
Yes, we're currently, AP has been piloting the AP African American studies class. That is something that we're looking to bring in. They're finishing up their resources though, so we don't wanna rush it because they haven't released that. We're also currently in agreement with, we're working on an agreement with Kishwaukee College for an early college program, so which would allow our students to be more exposed to dual credit and dual enrollment classes, so they will have more opportunities with that too.
Awesome.
That's exciting.
Very exciting. It's been a lot going on, a whole lot of plan, wait, and then hurry up.
And then I did want to note that students could still have the opportunity, especially Western Civ 2, there is a lot of overlap between what Western Civ 2 does and AP Euro does. So students would lose out if they truly wanted to take like a European history class. Yeah. And I do think it builds off of what they talk about in World Geo as freshmen.
And sixth grade social studies.
We're looking at doing some work with the younger grades as well. That's coming. Stay tuned.
Awesome, thank you so much. Any other questions? No?
No questions.
All right, consensus to bring this back?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, and with that, superintendent update.
You know what that means? Almost over. I have a few things that I wanted to make sure I mentioned. First is that City Hall has approved the final permit for the new school. We're very excited about that, so we're still trucking on and making sure that we are doing the right things for the new school and getting ready for that. Second thing, I just mentioned about the Courageous Principals 2.0, very exciting opportunity for all of our assistant principals and our deans. But it's not the only group that's going anywhere. Reached out to Google, and Google has agreed to host us and facilitate professional development for our office professionals, our office assistants, and our administrative assistants over the course of 2, possibly 3 days in the city of Chicago and their location for all Google to become, so that they can become Google certified at their cost. So there is a scholarship that they are preparing for us, and Jackie is taking the lead, so she'll be presenting next time. For the opportunity for these, this incredible opportunity for this particular group of individuals. And we will continue to look for professional development for all of our staff to make sure that they are getting what they need to be the best that they can be. So I'm really excited about that opportunity.
Very excited.
Just as an FYI to the board and to those who may be attending, we go to the III conference in November. At this time, I've been invited to be on a panel for women in leadership. And there's about 6 of us that get invited from the state of Illinois. It'll be an 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. session. I know that you guys will wake up nice and early to go and watch me. I would appreciate the support. I'm very excited about having been invited to that. And then, last but not least, a Tammy update on the grounds buildings.
I hope at some point I can quit doing these updates during the superintendent update, but I don't have a lot of new information, but I want to keep all of you informed. We did reach out to the city of DeKalb, to their building department, just to get their opinion on the site, the structural engineer reports, and based on their input, we're hoping to get a letter of opinion that we can provide our insurance company, because basically what they are stating is if they had jurisdiction over us, which they do not, we are under the Regional Office of Education, that they would recommend some pieces that are not outlined in that report. So again, it's not theirs to say, but they do have a level of expertise that warrants their asking of their opinion. We also have finalized with the insurance company the 3rd structural engineer that will be looking at the property. We'll be looking at it with fresh eyes, is not seeing either report going into it, so that there's not a sway one way or the other. So by the November board meeting, I hope to come back with some more information, as well as possibly, depending on the results of this, the request to bid, or I'm sorry, the bid results for the rebuild on the grounds building. But more of that will come in updating reports.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Questions? Thank you. And that's it for me.
All right, it is now 7:46, and with that, it is recommended that the Board of Education will adjourn. All in favor? Motion?
So moved.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for